YouTube. So lately there have been a lot of videos going around about how to make money as a kid, or how to make money as a teenager, or how to get a job. And I watched all those videos and I listened to the gurus, and I don't, honestly, after watching it, I don't feel like I could do any of those things. So I'm going to tell you how to actually make money, like some good things you can do as a kid or a teen, actually more as a teen, that you can do to make money. So first of all, let me just talk to you about my personal experience. I do not have a job that is a full-time working at a fast food joint. No, I volunteer at the zoo that is about 45 minutes away from me. I do not get paid for that, but there's a possible internship that I could do. And then I also I teach trumpet lessons that my trumpet teacher has a lot of different students, and they're very, very beginner, not very good kids. I mean, I love them, but they're not that good. That I'm able to teach, I teach them for about an hour and a half on Saturdays. So that's basically all that I have as far as jobs. I haven't even considered applying for a real job. Actually, I asked Gap and they said 16. But unfortunately during the summers I am crazy busy, so maybe my senior summer. My first possible way to get money would definitely be tutoring. Generally at your middle school or high school level, your school will have a list of things that you can do to do tutoring. It'll either be through the school, or you can try usually if you talk to the career counselor, just a counselor, or any other teacher, they can provide you with some sort of tutoring service. I know a lot of my friends do that. So definitely keep your eye out for things on the bulletin at your school or anything like that for tutoring, because you don't even have to have an official service. You could just say as yourself, talking to other younger kids at the middle schools, hey, I've been through that biology class, I can tutor you, and you can get maybe $20-30 an hour, and that's an easy way to tutor 3 kids and get $60 for per week. So that's one thing I'd really consider doing. And then second is babysitting. All of the gurus I've watched doing these videos say babysit, babysit, babysit. The one thing they don't tell you is how to get the babysit job. You can't just put up a flyer. I mean, by all means do this. So you can put up a flyer in your neighborhood saying babysitting, but generally people aren't going to trust you like that. So I would say that go to a place that you are at a lot, such as, my sister got a lot of babysitting gigs through my church, because as a girl that goes to the church community, people are comfortable with her, and so she's gotten maybe 5 different clients through going through a church. So if you're part of a sports league, or you're in a choir, or you're a theater program, talk to the parents of younger kids and say, do you need any babysitting gigs? Otherwise, if you're not part of any of those kind of organizations, you can just put up a flyer, or ask around. But I would say that if you're part of an organization, work your way and see if there's any younger kids there that would need babysitting. Even more lucrative than babysitting, though, is how I get all my money, is actually pet sitting. People will pay more for their dog to get sat in one weekend than they will for their kids to be babysat in 2 hours. That sounds right, but realistically, the time that you go over to their house every day adds up to probably the 2 hours that you would spend babysitting kids per night. So I remember when I was in 7th grade, I would bike over to this dog who just recently got surgery for probably Friday through Monday, so 4 days. And I went over every day for probably half an hour, and at the end of that, I got paid $80. So it was probably no more than an hour and a half of work, and I got paid $80 for just playing with a dog, and I just got to sit at their house, and just stay with the dog. I could watch TV, read a magazine, do whatever I wanted. It was so easy, and I didn't have to clean up poo. I just changed the food and the water. It was so easy, and that was the first time I was oh, okay, this is a good way to do it. I get paid probably $60 for my neighbor who, that's a good thing as well. If you have neighbors who have pets, which most of your neighbors do have pets unless you live in an apartment complex, I would go to all of your neighbors and put something in their mailbox that says I am available for pet sitting. Especially for me, I volunteer at the zoo, so I have a little bit of credibility there, but pet sitting is a great thing to do. It doesn't take a lot of time, and you get paid a bunch of money. Okay, and then next, if you do want to get an actual job for the summer, a lot of my friends have started applying. I am 16, and I think in my state that it's legal. You might need a work permit, but basically what you can do is go to, I would not say just go to any store you want. no, it's not going to work out for you. You could either intern at some sort of lab or company that you're interested in going to do, you know, maybe professionally what you look into doing. Try to get an internship there that might be paid and might not. Otherwise, if you want to get just a good steady job, try ice cream shops, fast food places, candy stores, and then retail. Go to the mall and check out those stores there, because those are generally the places that will hire teenagers, because, you know, although they can't work the same hours as an adult, they're still going to do pretty good work, and it's not like difficult work or anything like that. The next is this is not something you can do year-round, but summer camp counseling. A lot of people overlook that. They don't think about that. But if you try going to, I have done summer camp counseling at a youth theater camp before, and it's such a fun job. Like maybe 3 or 4 hours a day, and I actually was like what's it called? Counselor in training, and they weren't supposed to pay me, but they actually did pay us like $100 at the end of the thing. So if you go and check out the different summer camps that are available, usually my city has like a catalog of all the summer camps. So if you have attended any summer camps as a kid, try seeing if you can get a job there as, you know, a teenager. And generally they pay well, and it's just a lot of fun just going around and doing little outings with these kids. It's just, I think it's a fun job, and you get paid for it, and it feels good at the end of the day to have done all that work and gotten your paycheck. Okay, so if you're looking into doing something like a garage sale or anything like selling your own stuff, garage sales are good, I would say. I've never made more than $30 per time though, and I live on busy streets, so it's okay. But I mean, sometimes it's not the easiest. I would say though, in my town there is once a year, like a weekend, that there is a garage sale weekend, and you'll put in your address and they'll have a whole booklet of places you can go to a garage sale. So try to do the garage sale around that time. But otherwise, if you sell some of your clothes to a thrift store, like I know there's a place near me, I'm not sure if this is a chain, but I'll check, otherwise I'll bleep this out. There's a chain near me called Plato's Closet that will take your clothes, if you have any jeans or shirts that are, you know, barely worn, you've grown out of them, instead of giving them to a place like Goodwill, which is honestly a good thing to do, and I'd consider doing that too. If you give your clothes to any kind of thrift store or something like that, you can get a good amount of money, and you're going to give those clothes away anyway, so why not get some moolah out of that. Okay, thank you so much for watching How to Make Money as a Teen, and please leave any comments down below if you have any other ways that you know of how you make a good amount of money, either during the summer or during the school year, so that everyone else can see different ways to get it, because I know every different family has a different way of dealing with money. Sometimes people get allowance, sometimes people get incentives for grades or stuff like that, but basically if you have any tips other than the ones I featured in this video, leave them down below, and I will see you guys later. Twosses!